One of the deals that we had purchased it. We had it under contract. We already bought it, as a matter of fact. And I think we were going into the winter season. For us here in Hawaii, we don't have a winter. So we don't know what that means in terms of like getting a house ready for winter. You know, the lines have to be, I forgot what the term is. I don't even know, but you had to,
Ex
what?
Expedition?
No, but you have to do something with the piping in order to make
Oh,
sure that it doesn't break when it ices up. Those things, we had no clue.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Leo Wehdeking, and today I am joined by someone I've been looking forward to chatting with, Joice Castillo, who's been making serious moves in the real estate industry. Hey Joice, glad to have you
Hi,
here.
Leo. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, I'm also glad to have you over here. Joice, I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you've been approaching the real estate business, all right? And the way that you uh, do it. So for the people that might not be familiar with your world, can you tell us what is your main focus these days?
It's all real estate. So right now I am a real estate agent operating here in Maui, but we are also managing our properties remotely. They're out in Kansas City on Missouri and Kansas side. So we've got 8 properties that are out there. We are also managing our own properties here on Maui. We've got about 4 rentals that we're renting out. We manage that. And on top of that, also we're rebuilding, doing construction on our builds for the houses that we had lost in the Lahaina wildfire back in 2023. So we have our plates full. But a lot of it just is in the real estate realm, something that we're truly passionate about and love doing every day.
don't forget about Wisconsin one too. We have a Wisconsin shopping mall that we invested in as a syndication.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Love it. Now, Joice, something that actually caught my attention about you is the way that you've been able to acquire 8 properties in a year by doing it remotely. Uh, can you explain us a little bit, who achieved that number working remotely in real estate, which is something new? And I think the audience will like your perspective when it comes about the experience that you've had working remotely as a real estate agent. Um, I think, that's something that a lot of people are going to start doing in the future. So I think the audience will benefit from hearing something like this coming from a person that is actually doing it right now.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it is an opportunity that everybody has. It's just, um, you know, being able to jump in and do it. I think that's the biggest fear that people have is they're in a market that they don't know and they just don't know how to do it. So that's how we were able to get into it. I was in the corporate world. I was an engineering manager for years at a resort out here on Kaanapali. That was my full-time job. And I think the reason why I jumped into it was because real estate here on Maui is just so expensive. Your down payment comes out to, $50,000, $100,000 at a time when you're buying an investment house. So it was a lot more capital for us to come up with to invest here in our backyard. And when the program came up where they were teaching us how to invest out of state, it's called WNN Properties, but we jumped onto that program. We jumped on that mentorship and they kind of held our hand how to analyze deals, how to get out in the market that they're in, which is out in Kansas City. They have real estate agents, they have contractors, they have property managers there. So they have the boots on the ground already established. It made it easy for us to jump into doing that because we knew that we were going to have people that was going to hold our hand during the process. So the first property that we ever bought was with the agent that they referred, with a contractor that they referred, and we managed it ourselves, being on the phone, doing the negotiations on the purchase and the price on the construction. So it was very it was easy to kind of go through that process because if I ever had any questions, I had a mentor who was already there that could help us guide us through the process to let us know, that's probably not the way to do it. You should find another contractor, or we had mentors that helped us along the way.
Actually, it's good to have always a mentor. All right. I think it's better when you have someone to help you than doing it by yourself. All right. Now, Joyce, I know that every operator at some time, you know, they they see that things got real. All right. So maybe a deal that went sideways or a time that they had to pivot real fast. Do you mind sharing one of those moments?
Yeah, I guess I'll share one property where it was a really good deal. Um can you hear me, Leo? Sorry.
Yes, I can
Okay.
actually hear you.
Okay, good. Sorry, you went silent there for a second. But one of the deals that we had purchased it. We had it under contract. We already bought it, as a matter of fact. And I think we were going into the winter season. For us here in Hawaii, we don't have a winter. So we don't know what that means in terms of getting a house ready for winter. The lines have to be, I forgot what the term is, I don't even know, but you had to, what? No, but you have to do something with the piping in order to make sure that it doesn't break when it ices up. Those things, we had no clue.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. So we bought this house. We were getting contractor bids on it. And before we were even able to do any construction work, I had a property manager go visit the site. And what he found was just water coming out of everything. Like the second floor, the ceiling was, the drywall was gone, water was coming down, and he was running all over the place to shut off water because we didn't. It was like the pipes froze essentially, and it just, we spent maybe $30,000 on getting that house repaired because it was so bad. There was so much damage on the flooring, walls, the plumbing, everything had to be gutted out. We ended up spending a lot more money than we anticipated for that house. And it's challenging because we're not there to see the extent or the gravity of the damages, but to see it in photos, um, it, that was still like an unreal experience. But what made it better was the fact that, I had a property manager who was on site who knew what to do. It's like, okay, let me get this guy over to make sure that we can do the mitigation, the water mitigation, and get it repaired. Here's a quote to get it fixed. Here's our timeline. Here's what we're looking at. But it was just super helpful to have that team on the ground, just because we wouldn't know what to do. I mean, pipes freezing is not something that we deal with out here in winter, and just these things that happen out in the Midwest that never happens here. We just had no clue.
It's a learning lesson because now we should include, was it water damage in the home
Oh,
insurance?
that was actually a pretty good one, because then our insurance, we had to make sure that like the insurance coverage was proper for water damages. Whatever the coverages were, if it was 5,000, we upped it to 10,000 just to make sure, because we spent 30,000 on the damages.
Out of pocket from our own
Yeah.
bank.
Your own money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a learning lesson.
Joice, let me ask you this. What are you escaping next?
We want to transition out of single family, not completely, but I'd like to see us scale up to multifamily or apartments. Trading in these single tenants to a building that has multiple tenants, and so our vacancy rate is a whole lot less. Easier for us to manage, I think, with everything that's under one roof. So that's our goal. That's what we'd like to see next.
All right. Okay. Perfect. That's big. Now, I know that a lot of people that are listening, they're either early in their journey or they might be looking to level up. All right. And I think they could benefit hearing something like this. Now, um, when it comes to building relationships and growing up your network, what's made the biggest difference for you?
Attending conferences have been huge for us, and getting outside of our comfort zone. Anytime that we go into a big room where there's so many people there, we don't look at it anymore as being scared or being ashamed that we have nothing to offer. I think we look at it more as an opportunity now to see all these people have so much wealth of knowledge to offer us, that we are there to share information with them. So in the beginning, it's still uncomfortable because you don't know people, but I think we've gotten to the point where we're just like, hey, we're out of Hawaii, and that usually gets their attention, right? Oh, I love it out there in Hawaii. That'll usually break the ice, but it leads us into the conversation of, what do you do? Like, are you in multifamily? Hey, we're really looking to find, deals in this state, or how do you finance multifamily, or processes? What are the processes you're doing? So I think that's been a huge part of it, is just networking through conferences and getting outside of what we're comfortable in, and outside of people that we know. We'll go out to Miami, or we'll go out to Texas, or we'll go out to places we've never been, just to open our eyes into what's possible, like the realm of possibility. People in the oil industry, and there's just so much amazing people out there with so much knowledge that we can learn from, and I thrive on that. I've always been a lifelong learner, so I like to just ask questions and get to know what people are doing, and how I can use that in our journey in business to grow.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Totally. All right. Uh, Actually, you need to build up your network because you never know who you know. So you sometimes you need to be in those places in order to meet the right person. All right, the person that is going to take you to that level that you want to be into.
I
Yep.
agree.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
sometimes I'm not gonna say that doing it by yourself. If you're comfortable, like if you're in a comfort zone, okay. I do 2 3 deals locally, and that's it. I don't want to do any more. But if you are, a big A player, you gotta go networking. You gotta
Yeah.
go knocking on doors. You gotta go look for that person or for that company that is gonna be a game changer in your life. All right. So I believe, and this is my personal opinion, and I totally agree with you that networking, it's very, I would say that it is one of the most important things, not only in the real estate area, but in any area of life, in anyone,
Agree.
any area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's something that you cannot fake, actually. I believe that relationships are everything. All right, Joyce, before we wrap up, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, maybe collaborate or learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
Right now, I do a lot of my marketing, I guess, of what we do out on Instagram, social media. So I'm under Rejoice in real estate. If anybody want to reach out to me, and then I have email, I have phone number too. But I think the Instagram thing is the fastest way to get a hold of me, and see what I do, what we do, in terms of real estate, both sides, on island, off of state, and how we've been and our journey throughout the years. So that would probably be the best way to get a hold of us much more quickly.
All right, perfect. Well, listen, Joyce, I really appreciate your time, your story, and your perspective. We actually need more people in this space who are actually doing it the right way. So thanks again for being here. All right, I really appreciate it. And for those of you that are just tuning in, if you got value from this, make sure you're subscribed. Okay, we got more conversations coming up with operators just like Joyce right there building real businesses. All right. Until then, see you in the next episode, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.